The ocean is beautiful until you remember one terrifying truth. Most of the deadly things in the sea are the ones you can't see at all. Hidden beneath the waves are venomous assassins the size of your fingertip, nearly invisible predators drifting silently beside you, microscopic killers floating in the water, and creatures so well camouflaged that swimmers step directly on them without knowing. And the scariest part, some of these animals aren't just invisible, they can kill you in seconds. Today, we're counting down the 10 ocean creatures that can kill you without being seen. Number 1 is so small, so transparent, and so perfectly hidden that even expert divers fear accidentally brushing against it. Welcome back to Top Wonder, where we explore the planet's strange, scary, and unexpected wonders. In today's video, you'll discover the most dangerous sea creatures you'll never see coming until it's too late. Not sharks, not giant octopuses, but things that are silent, tiny, and completely hidden. Get ready, because after this video, you'll never look at the ocean the same way again. Number 10. The stonefish, the master of disguise. You can stare directly at it and still never see it. The stonefish is the most venomous fish on Earth, and its entire body is built for invisibility. It looks exactly like a rock, a coral fragment, or a clump of seaweed. Swimmers step on them every year without noticing until the venom hits. The venom can cause agony so intense that victims describe it as molten metal inside their body, paralysis spreading through the limbs, vomiting and shaking, collapse from shock, heart failure. Stonefish hide perfectly in sand, reefs, tide pools, shallow beaches, the exact places swimmers walk barefoot. They don't swim at you. They don't chase you, you simply step on one. And suddenly your life is in danger. If the ocean had landmines, this is what they'd look like. Number 9. The blue-ringed octopus, the palm-sized assassin. It's adorable. It's tiny, it fits in your hand, and that's exactly what makes it so deadly. The blue-ringed octopus is so small and so perfectly camouflaged that most swimmers never realize it's nearby. When calm, its blue rings are faded, making it blend completely into sand and coral. But inside this tiny body is enough tetrodotoxin to kill 26 grown adults. Most victims don't even feel the bite. They simply notice their fingers going numb, then their lips, then their entire body stops listening. Nerve signals shut down, muscles freeze, breathing stops, and consciousness fades, all while the victim stays fully aware no antidote exists. And since the octopus is nearly invisible until threatened, most encounters happen because swimmers accidentally pick it up, touch it, or reach into a shell it's hiding inside. You don't see it, you don't feel it, you just fall unconscious. Number 8. The box jellyfish, the silent curtain of death. Box jellyfish aren't rare, they're just invisible. Their bodies are transparent, their tentacles are transparent. They drift quietly, with no splashing, no movement, no warning. A swimmer can be surrounded by several box jellyfish and never realize it until the stinging starts. And that's the most terrifying part. One touch can kill. Their venom shuts down the nervous system, causes unbearable burning sensations, creates heart failure within minutes, and often leads to drowning before the swimmer reaches the shore. The tentacles can trail several meters behind them, thin as hair, impossible to spot underwater. You don't see them, but they see you, and they strike without ever meaning to. Number 7. The cone snail, the beautiful killer shell. People die because they pick up a pretty shell. The cone snail hides beneath sand or coral, looking like a harmless seashell. But inside is one of the most advanced natural weapons ever evolved, a harpoon tooth filled with paralytic venom. When disturbed, it shoots the tooth like a dart, fast enough to pierce gloves and wetsuits. Its venom stops muscles, freezes the diaphragm, shuts down breathing, and sends victims into paralysis while remaining fully conscious. Some species have venom strong enough to kill an adult in minutes. You never see the attack. You never feel the sting, you just collapse. Its nickname, whispered by divers, is simple: the cigarette snail. because after it stings you, you have enough time to smoke a cigarette before you die. Number 6. The Portuguese Mano, or the floating minefield. It looks like a pretty balloon drifting on the surface. It looks harmless, but this creature is not a jellyfish. It is a colony of organisms fused into a single deadly trap. Its tentacles, which can stretch more than 30 meters long, drift invisibly beneath the surface. You can swim through them without ever noticing. Touching them can cause explosive pain racing across the entire body, muscle spasms making it impossible to swim, trouble breathing, heart complications, deep red welts that scar for months. Some swimmers drown within minutes because they panic or lose their ability to stay afloat. Even worse, tentacles can break off and float freely, still fully capable of stinging, even after the organism is dead. You might never see the Mano war itself, you only feel the pain. Still with me, because the creatures coming next aren't just invisible. Some of them are microscopic. Some blend into sand perfectly, some hide deep underwater until they strike, and one of them is small enough to fit on the head of a pin. Number 3 can kill you without touching you. Number 2 can be lying right under your feet at the beach. And number 1 is so tiny and so transparent that many victims don't know what happened until they collapse. Let's continue. Number 5. The Irukandji jellyfish, the invisible nightmare. If box jellyfish are deadly, Irukandji jellyfish are pure terror. They are the size of your fingernail. Their tentacles are thread-thin and fully transparent. You will not see them in the water ever. Most victims don't even feel the sting, but 15 minutes later, the symptoms begin: a burning in the back and limbs, skyrocketing blood pressure, non-stop vomiting, agonizing muscle cramps, racing heartbeat, difficulty breathing, and a terrifying sense of impending doom so intense that victims beg doctors to let them die. This condition is known as Irukandji syndrome, and it is among the most horrifying reactions caused by any creature on Earth. Irukandji jellyfish don't chase swimmers. Swimmers simply drift into them and the nightmare begins. Number 4. The sea snake, the silent supervenom swimmer. Sea snakes aren't aggressive, they don't want to bite you. But here's the problem: they are extremely curious, extremely agile, and sometimes rest beneath coral ledges or rocks where swimmers place their hands. And their venom? It is among the strongest of any snake on Earth. A tiny bite can cause drooping eyelids, muscle paralysis, massive muscle breakdown releasing toxins into the bloodstream, kidney failure, respiratory collapse. And because sea snakes often bite with shallow pressure, victims frequently don't feel it. No pain, no dramatic attack, no warning, just a gentle tap that turns fatal hours later. Their bodies shimmer like silver in sunlight, but underwater, they disappear like ghosts. Number 3. Toxic algae blooms, the ocean's invisible poison. This killer isn't even an animal, but it is one of the most dangerous things you can encounter in the ocean. Toxic algae blooms, sometimes called red tides, release powerful neurotoxins into the water and air. You don't see the toxin. You don't smell it, you simply breathe. And you start to die. Exposure can cause coughing, chest tightening, burning eyes, nausea, neurological confusion, seizures, respiratory failure. Ingesting contaminated water can be fatal. Fish die in seconds, birds fall from the sky. Swimmers collapse on the beach without understanding why. This is death without a face, the ocean turning against you in complete silence. Number 2. The sand-dwelling stingray, the perfectly hidden threat. Stingrays are peaceful, gentle animals. But when they hide under sand, which they do almost constantly, they become invisible traps. Swimmers step on them without ever noticing. The sting is fast, unintentional, but devastating. Stabbing pain as the venomous barb pierces the skin, massive bleeding, tissue damage, muscle cramping, risk of infection and necrosis, potential puncture of arteries or organs. Even expert ocean educators have died from accidental stingray strikes. You never see it happen. You never see the ray, you only feel the tail. The ocean floor is full of these hidden dangers, waiting quietly for a foot to land in the wrong place. Number 1. The microbox jelly, the most invisible killer in the sea. The deadliest invisible ocean creature is not the stonefish, not the irukandji, and not the cone snail. It is a species so small, so transparent, and so delicate that even under bright sunlight, you can look directly at it and still never notice it. These microbox jellyfish appear as tiny dots drifting in shallow water. Their tentacles are nearly molecular in thickness. One brush against the skin is enough to trigger catastrophic reactions: explosive burning pain, paralysis of the limbs, scarring that can last a lifetime, cardiac complications, respiratory collapse, and in severe cases, death before reaching shore. Victims often report they didn't see anything at all. Not the jellyfish, not the tentacle, not the sting. Just sudden pain, then panic, then collapse. They are the ultimate invisible killers of the ocean, and they can be anywhere. And that's a list of 10 ocean creatures that can kill you without being seen. From venomous fish disguised as rocks, to microscopic jellyfish drifting silently beside you, to toxins floating invisibly in the water, the ocean's deadliest threats are the ones you never notice. Which invisible killer surprised you the most? Please leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next countdowns on Top Wonder.